Hey friends, welcome back to Watavue Mountain. You guessed it. Yep, we're back at the mountain. We're still knocking it out on this bathroom in the tiny cabin. So today, as you probably guessed by the description, we're getting a fart fan installed, or easy fit install ventilation fan if you want to be fancy, ventilation fan, but we call it the fart fan. We bought this one a couple years ago with intentions of putting it in a Suburbia. But I figured out how to fix the one that we had so I didn't have to reinstall it. So we've just been hanging on to it for a couple years. I think it was, I don't know, 30 bucks or something, but we've had it for a few years. So that's something you're going to have to research. But you can find some pretty cheap that are pretty quiet and move a lot of air. So yeah, so that's what we're getting after today. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we know we're at Watavue Mountain, but hopefully it'll just be a real quick, short project, and we can zip and zap and move on to something else, because I really want to get the tin in, because we're going to put the same tin in the roof, in the ceiling of the bathroom that we put in the ceiling in the main room. So I really would like to get to that today, but we'll see. We'll see how long this takes and how hard it really is. I looked at the instructions already. I kind of had to get a head start to make sure I had everything, and it looks pretty straightforward, but like I said, we'll see. So thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. As always, we're blessed to be able to do this, whole project, and and to have you along with us. We really do appreciate everybody's feedback, whether it's positive or negative comments. We get about 50-50 of each, which we expect, because like we say in every video, we've never done this before. So thank you for your comments, and thank you for checking us out. Enough of me jabbering. Sit back, get yourself something to drink. Let's get to business. Quick look at what we're working with today. Like I said, we got the easy install fan. So I decided it'll make sense in a minute why, but we're going to do a 3-inch exhaust duct going out the side instead of 4-inch. This is it's got a 4-inch hole on it. So I got a 4-inch to 3-inch adapter. For that, I got some zip ties we're going to connect that with. We need a couple of screws, a screwdriver, a tape measure, and then of course all of our wire tools, right? So we can strip the wire, we can cut the wire, we can bend the wire, whatever we got to do, because we're going to use the same wire that's already running to the light in the bathroom. That's why that light's not on right now. But I think that's it. So let's climb up in the ceiling and see what we got. All right, no helper today, so I'm going to try to film this all myself without Sean here. So if it's kind of sketchy, then I apologize in advance. Okay, so here's that wire I was saying, and you can see it just runs right over here to this light. So the light and the fan are going to be on the same circuit. So make sure your power's off. I don't even have the power hooked up, but I'll turn the light switch off anyhow just to make myself feel better. And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to split this wire right here. And then I'm going to peel this back like you've seen me do 100 times before with the wire splitters. No, not the wire splitters. With the razor blade, and then I'm going to peel it apart with the two pair of pliers. So I'm not going to peel this all the way back though, like I normally do. I'm just gonna peel back, I don't know, an inch, 2 inches maybe. I guess it just depends on how you measure, but there's that. And then I figured this out the last time, that I can just peel, instead of struggling with this whole thing, I'm gonna cut this right here. Peel that outer piece off, and then I'm gonna peel that piece off of the black anyhow, so I can connect it. But I can't see. It's just something else getting old, isn't it? that's peeled off. I guess I could peel that back a little more, huh? There we go. Making sure not to cut that wire. Okay, I did not cut that wire. I'm going to peel a little bit off of this. That went well. Now let's see what we need for the to hook it to the fan. So this fan is going to mount right here, and the instructions recommend that it mount flush with the bottom of this rafter. But as you can see, we probably have, I don't know, what do you think, that's 1/4 of an inch, the thickness of my finger? So we have about 1/4 of an inch. So before I connect anything, instead of me trying to hold this up here and hook the wires, there are 2 little connectors over here. I'll switch to the GoPro, I'll show you those connectors, then we'll come back and screw it in and you see what I'm talking about. That won't work. Drop down. Okay. Oh, you get something simple. Lessons we learn on the fly. So we're going to screw the screw in, and then we're going to slide this hole over it and then slide it down. Make sure you pick a screw head. Let's see if you can see that guy. There you go. That's going to fit through that hole. Those first screws I had, those big fat wood screws, they won't fit through that hole. So I switched back to good old reliable drywall screws. I don't know if that's the best choice or not. It's all I have that's going to fit. So now let me get this thing slid up there using the GoPro, hopefully, and show you what I'm talking about. All right, let's see how this goes one-handed. So there's that drywall screw. Like I said, I'm going to put that on there, slide that down, and now that's going to rest right there. I'll have to figure out a way to tighten that more because I don't want that to rattle. So now I'm going to make sure this is mostly level. See, and this is the problem that I just don't understand, is that's not flush with the bottom. As you see, it's sticking down. But I can't go up any higher because there's just no room. I mean, if I went, you see, that's all the way up. And that's right where that screw is. So I guess you just got what you got. So let me come to this side and get that screwed in, and then we'll come back. Something I didn't think about, the level. So I grabbed the level, and then this little gadget right here, absolute wonder. So I literally, you just put it on there, and then you can twist this and turn this. So I was able to go over the vent, get to that screw, so I can tighten that down nice and tight. Now that thing's in there tight as a tick. Let's see what's next. I think we're gonna do some wiring next, then we'll worry about the duct work. Okay, we'll do the best we can here. Like I said, it's just me. So I got 3 of these Wago connectors, three-way Wago connectors. So let's see if we can focus on that. There you go. So you see it's got 3 holes. So I'm gonna just put black in one. So hot. No, I'm not doing that. I'm doing the hot in one. And this is going to be my pigtail that goes to the actual fan. So then I'm going to take the hot from the fuse box. Let's refocus up here. The hot from the fuse box. Snap that in. And then the hot that goes to the other fan. I mean the other light. Nope, missed that one. So with these Wagos, just make sure, once you get them in, you give them a little tug to make sure they're in there nice and snug, because they'll come out on you. There you go. Okay. So there's my hot that's going to go to the box. And then my neutrals. Neutral 1 that's going to go to the box. Neutral 2. Neutral 3. All nice and snug. And then I should have put my ground here. Keep this somewhat good looking here. There's my ground and my hot. No, neutral and hot. See, I'm not an electrician. Ground. Ground, ground. I missed it. All right, there you got it. So now you see my ground, my hot, and my neutral, and then these are single push. I guess they're kind of like the other push ones we used before, but you just, if you can find it, where's the hole? I can't find it. Oh, it's on the other side. Slide that in, give it a tug. So it slides in the back side. Sorry if you didn't see that. What you see right here, there's a single hole right there. Hope you can appreciate that. Slide that in. Give it a tug to make sure it doesn't come out. All right, all my Wagos are still connected. I'm just gonna slide that up there for now, just to keep that out of the way. Let me go flip on the power and see what we got. Okay, moment of truth. Not touching any of those wires right now. Well, the light works. There you go. I think you can probably hear it because I got the microphone here. or the microphone here by my head, so it might sound louder down there than it does up here. I mean, this is really quiet. I was a little worried that it was going to be really loud and it was going to be annoying when you turn the light on to have the fan on. So, okay, wiring done. Now let's see what we're going to do with this ductwork. Might be something a little shady, but we got to make it do something. So we're going to run it out this way, go through this insulation, through the Pro Vent, come out underneath the eave. So first things first, I got to put my adapter. Again, I did a 4-inch to 3-inch adapter. This is not ideal because the fan is on, but there's the adapter. And then I failed to mention in the what all do we need? Beginning, we need some duct tape. I know everybody calls it duct tape because that's the company, but it's just for duct. It's like caulk, you know, you get it, you understand what I'm saying. So, but I don't know if you noticed, when I put that 3-inch adapter on there, it really increased the volume. I mean, I might have to rethink this. Now listen. I mean, it's not super loud, but it's significantly louder, but we're gonna keep on keeping on. So duct tape around that is to seal that so we don't have any leaks there. I think I'll use duct tape here. I have those zip ties, but I think I'm going to use duct tape instead. And then you probably can't see because I'm all in the way, but I'm just going to flatten this out, bring it over from the end, and then slide it down, and then wrap it. You see that there? And that way I'm sealing that duct. Still a little bit louder again. That's kind of crazy. Now, with my trusty dusty pocket knife, not pocket knife, it's a razor blade knife, I'm going to cut a hole in the Pro Vent. Let me grab the GoPro so you can see what I'm talking about. So, hole through the Pro Vent that's just big enough for that to get out. And then I'm going to stuff it in there. So I thought I had purchased a vent for the outside, or a cover, so it would just blow out and not come back, but I guess I either left it at home or didn't get one. Let's go outside and see how that looks from outside. See if I can pull it out a little. Could not pull it from the outside because the siding is there. So until I get that piece that I need, you know, when in doubt, spray foam it. Little window and door spray foam. Got it sealed off, so now at least it's blowing out. It might not be ideal because it's blowing underneath the roof and behind the siding, but we'll cut that out eventually once I get that covered. So there you go, friends. Pretty easy. I mean, I don't know. This might be a 10-minute video with all the electrical and everything and me explain it. Maybe a little longer, but pretty quick process. I mean, I think it only took me about 25 minutes to do this. Now, granted, this is new construction. It's not me trying to stick that into an old hole, which we did at Suburbia, and I didn't film. This was, I think, before we even started the channel. It was harder to get the old fan out than it was to get the new fan in, just because they had screwed it in, and it will be the same with these. To get to those screws, once we cover that up, you have to go from the attic to get to those screws. So this is going to be a nightmare to get out, but it is what it is. So I don't plan on ever taking it out. I better knock on wood. But if we do, the great thing is we're gonna have that tin. It'll be pretty easy to pull that down and get that out if we need to change it out. So yeah, and then we'll put the cover on it once I get the tin in. No need to put that cover on now because it's not doing anything except aesthetics. So yeah, there you go, friends. Nice and easy. I hope I explained everything clear enough. Of course, if I didn't, leave some comments down below. Let me know what I missed. If I missed anything, let me know what you think about the 3-inch instead of 4-inch. I might still come back and change it. We'll see. You know, we're just kind of making this up as we go, and sometimes things seem like a great idea until they don't. So that's where we're at. So thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. As always, we are absolutely blessed to be on this journey, to be doing this, and to have you along with us. It really does. It means a lot for us to be able to share this with friends and family and new friends and strangers who are trying to do the same thing. We get lots of comments about people, but you know, hey, thanks for making that mistake and showing us what you did so we don't do the same thing, because we're not far behind you in our build process. So we're thankful that we can help, and we're glad that we can help, and we don't mind making mistakes. So thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. As always, if you like what we're doing here at Watavue Mountain, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon. Always look over this way. We're going to post another video. YouTube picks it because they know what you like better than I do. So thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. Until next time, be safe and God bless.